Dessen. It was shocking to see the mayor in that holding cell. Images, of course, coming out of there earlier. What do these charges actually mean for her?
Well, Shahan, it means that Mayor Zandile Gumede won't be going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm not just saying that because of the bail conditions that have been imposed. Just to start with that, at the moment it means that she won't be able to visit certain municipal properties, she won't be able to engage with certain departments, and that includes DSW, because that is what that tender is linked to, that 208 million rand fraud. She won't also be able to be involved in any of the supply chain management processes or engage with any of those officials. So that's the one side. On the other side, you've got the ANC, who are also taking the stance of saying that they won't act swiftly in removing her from her very senior position in the region, which is the position of chairperson in the eThekwini region. So they're saying that they want to meet her first, and that's before they decide to do anything. So for now, it just means that her movements are limited. She won't be able to travel out of the province or out of the country, as she had to also surrender her passport in addition to paying that 50,000 rand bail that you mentioned.
Yeah, give us the intricacies and details of the allegations linked to this alleged fraud and corruption.
Shahan, what this basically goes back to is 2016, and that's when there was a tender that had expired, a tender by the Durban Solid Waste Unit. And at the time of that tender's expiry, the deputy head, Robert Abu, is alleged to have circumvented certain processes to use the Section 36 clause of the Supply Chain Management Act to ensure that preferred suppliers or preferred service providers actually got this tender. Now, the problem with that tender and the other associated costs, which all came up to about 208 million, is that no work was actually done. That's the allegation here, that some of these service providers didn't have any premises, they didn't have staff or any expertise in the fields in which they had tendered for. Now, Zandile Gumede's role in all of this is that she's alleged to have influenced this process and ensured that certain service providers that she wanted actually got these payments. Further to this, Shahan, there was also the state's allegation that there was a protest that was organized that she was allegedly behind to ensure that pressure was put on the city manager to step down. The reason the state says here is because the city manager was standing in between her and making these irregular payments to these service providers that she wanted paid. So lots of allegations being made by the state and showing that she was behind some of the interference where there was pressure put in certain departments to actually be involved in these dodgy dealings.
Yeah. So what are the Hawks saying?
The Hawks are saying that this is still early days. They are still investigating. Now, you'll know that this comes after the first leg of this investigation, which was before, probably about 2 weeks ago, and that was where 9 officials were arrested, and 2 of those being municipal officials, the other being service providers. And the Hawks are saying that there are more arrests to come. I asked Hangwani Mulaudzi about the timing of these arrests, and there was some speculation that her arrest had been delayed until after the elections, just so that it wouldn't really embarrass the ANC. And this is what he had to say in relation to that.
Well, I don't know where the deal is coming from, and then I think it's neither there or here. We deal with investigations, and I think what's critical as well, we need to make sure that the prosecutors that we are working with, we arm them with information. For us to rush cases just for the mere of rushing them, it will just compromise everything. So I don't know where it's coming from. So the issues of elections or no elections, they don't feature anywhere. We are just dealing with the case as they come.
All right, there's some quite interesting, the story. I'm just seeing a statement from the ANC Youth League in eThekwini saying that they're shocked and concerned about the mayor, of course, appearing in court and facing these charges. They say that it's their considered view that the ANC Youth League, that Zandile Gumede must resign in order to take time and focus on the mounting defense case against the serious allegations and charges she faces, fraud and corruption, of course, which carries a minimum of 15 years. Once more, the ANC Youth League appeals to members of the public not to trial Kede Zandile in the court of public opinion. They ask that she be given the opportunity to answer these charges in a court of law. So that coming in through a short while ago. Our reporter Desan Tatia is in Durban following that story for us. Thanks for that, Desan. Appreciate it.